Today I am going to talk to you all about the brand new Sanctuary collection that Princess Cruises announced on Tuesday, April 23rd. So up until that time, we were not familiar, hadn't heard of the Sanctuary collection. So today I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to let you know some of the things that we have found out since that announcement, and also some things to think about so you can decide if this is a good choice for you to book or not. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday, it is April 26th of 2024, and let's start at the very top with what the Sanctuary Collection is. So the Sanctuary Collection is a new experience that is available on board the Sun Princess and will be available on board the Star Princess when she comes online next year. Her inaugural is currently set for October 4th of 2025. That was recently moved back, so hopefully she'll be ready to go when that day arrives. Now, the Sanctuary Collection was announced to replace the current Signature Collection and the current Reserve Collection. If you're brand new to Princess or you've not been following along, the Signature Collection was the experience for people who booked a suite on a ship, and the Reserve Collection was for people who booked a Reserve mini suite. Now, both of those allowed access to a dining room. There's a Signature dining room on board the Sun Princess, and there is the Reserve dining room on board the Sun Princess. Now, with the announcement that Princess made, they said that the Sanctuary Collection will be replacing the Signature and the Reserve collections. So I think it will be kind of fun to see. I am guessing that they are going to rename those two dining rooms. They're right next to each other there on the Sun Princess, and so it'll be kind of fun to see how that is rebranded and how it all works out together. Now, a few things that you need to think about when you book one of these Sanctuary Collection cabins is what you're going to receive. Now, along with receiving what they're calling an elevated level of relaxation and service on board the ship, along with that, you are also going to receive the Premier Package. Now, when you look at the cruise fares for cruises that you look at where you are for, just for example, a regular mini suite, booking that Sanctuary Collection mini suite, it does cost more. And so the price of the Premier Package is part of that. And with the Premier Package, there are a few things that really stand out to me that are included. And so I'm going to tell you that in just a minute, but you get that Premier Package, and then you also are going to get a luxurious stateroom experience, it also says. So I don't know how they are going to vary the experience in those staterooms as compared to what it is now, but it's going to be awfully fun to hear from everyone how that rolls out. Now, with the announcement of the Sanctuary Collection, that is really a big change for how the Sanctuary is used on Princess ships. Historically, and on their other ships still, the Sanctuary is a beautiful area of the ship. It's nice for relaxing, but what you have to do is you have to reserve your spot to enjoy the Sanctuary. So if you wanted to use it, you would have to hurry up once you got on board, zip right up to the Sanctuary first and see what they still had as far as availability goes, because other people, of course, could be in front of you in line. People who were on the sailing before you could already have time reserved, and you could book the Sanctuary for a half a day or a full day, or a cabana, and so you could book a lounger or you could book a cabana. And so I've got a whole video on how to do that, but that is how it was used. It was open to everyone on the ship. You just had to get there and make an appointment and be willing to pay for it. And that's how the Sanctuary has been on the Sun Princess up until this time. Guests who were booked in a suite had access to that without having to pay that. But with this Sanctuary Collection, people who are not booked in a Sanctuary Collection cabin are not going to be able to use the Sanctuary. So gone are the days there on the Sun and Star, starting with the sailings on the Sun Princess, October 14th here in the United States. That's when this is going to roll out. Gone are the days of hurrying up to reserve the Sanctuary. You won't be doing it on those ships. So a few things that I want you to keep in mind are you can book your whole family if you want to in a suite or in one of the Sanctuary mini suites or balconies. There are Sanctuary Collection suites, mini suites, and balconies. All of the suites are Sanctuary Collection. Not all the mini suites are Sanctuary Collection, and clearly not all the balconies are Sanctuary Collection. You have to be careful and be aware of what you're booking as you do that. Now, you can book your whole family in there, but the Sanctuary is reserved for guests who are age 16 and over. They call that adults only, so it's kind of young adults there, but I figure they just think that by the time someone's 16, that would be okay for them to come. And the way that you're going to access the Sanctuary there, it's on deck 18, I believe, on the Sun Princess, and will be on the Star, is it will be coded into your medallion so that you'll be able to access it using that. Another thing that I think is really important to know is how is this going to work as far as the cruises rolling forward. So a lot of people have already booked their cabins on the Sun Princess and even on the Star Princess. And if you booked your suite and you are going to sail after that takes effect October 14th, you are going to get all of the amenities that come with that except for the Premier package. That's what the Princess website says. And so if you want that Premier package added, you can of course pay the $80 a day that it costs, or if you've already got the Plus package, it'll be $20 extra a day. You can go ahead and upgrade that, pay the difference, and you'll have it. The real trick is what's going to happen with those Reserve Collection Cabana Mini Suites. Now, here is where it's really important to know what you booked. Those Reserve Collection Cabana Mini Suites that are the category code is C1 and C2, those are not Sanctuary Collection Mini Suites. And so when you think of what you've already got booked, know that you will still get to use the dining room that is associated with that. You'll still get to go to the Reserve Collection dining room, whether they'll probably, I would guess they're going to call it the Sanctuary Collection dining room by then, but you will still have access to that, but you're not going to be able to go use the Sanctuary and have the amenities that go with that. Okay, I think that's really important to know. And then after, as you look at booking things, starting with that sailing that starts, like I've said, with the Sun, October 14th, and this all the sailings on the Star Princess, you just need to pay attention that when you're booking like your Cabana Mini Suite or your mini suite at all, make sure that you know if you want that Sanctuary Collection that you are booking a Sanctuary Collection mini suite. Same with balconies. They do have some Sanctuary Collection balconies, not nearly of course as many balconies as they've got, and so you have to be really aware of what you're booking. All right, so think about that moving forward. And it was really fun. I've had some people send me emails and let me know that for that those who were booked like this summer on the Sun Princess, they received an email from Princess saying, "Oh, yep, you get to enjoy the Sanctuary Collection," and then not too long behind it, there came an email saying, "Oh, no, no." And so make sure that you know what's going on with it so that you don't board the ship and expect something that's not coming. Alrighty? If you have questions about this, please do put it in the comments, because then I can know what to cover better. I can answer your questions and find out any answers that I don't have the answer to yet, since this is so brand new. Now, a couple of other things that really stood out to me is on board the Sun Princess, there are 80 suites. And so if you consider that being, just consider, double occupancy for ease of calculation, that is 160 guests who are going to want to use the Sanctuary. And then you add in that the number of Sanctuary Collection mini suites they're going to have and the Sanctuary Collection balconies. I don't know if this is going to be first come, first serve, if they're going to have a way that you can sign up for the time that you want, just exactly how this is going to work. We're going to be really excited. Hopefully Princess will announce a little bit more about it. If they don't, we are going to be relying on a lot of you to let us know how it goes on that first sailing of on October 14th. I would be on that sailing, but we are going to be on our celebrity cruise in the Mediterranean, and the Mediterranean calls my name pretty much every day, so that's what we're going to do instead. But I'll be really excited to hear from all of you about how that goes. And a couple of notes, when you think about Princess doing this, a few things stand out to me. First of all, they are doing it, clearly to earn more money. They've got that Sanctuary there, and they are really going to capitalize on people booking paying a lot more for the same voyage to be able to access that. And they're adding on that Premier package right off the top. And so clearly it's, economics there, and they're in business to make money. So that's what they're doing. I also really think that they have looked at what a lot of the other cruise lines do. And pretty much all the other cruise lines have the whole ship within a ship concept, as far as you can be In your cabin, you can access areas of the ship that everyone else can't access, and that would include the sanctuary and the dining rooms. One thing that stands out to me, though, that is a little bit different with this is, and I really think, and this is me, so tell me what you think in the comments, because I'm not right or wrong. This is a discussion, okay? It's just how people see different things and really based on what they've experienced. So when I was on Celebrity, I think based on everything I have seen, that what they do with the retreat is really the best example of a ship within a ship. You could board a Celebrity cruise and stay in that whole area right there and relax, enjoy, have excellent food to eat. Lumina's right there, and have the whole experience. When you go in the Celebrity retreat, they include their premier beverage package. The whole situation is fantastic. You've got service that is absolutely excellent. So if you really wanted, if you don't want to go to any shows on the ship and you don't want to go shopping, you could stay in that area of the ship for your whole cruise and enjoy it. And like I said, have excellent food to eat the whole time. On Princess, you have to go out of that sanctuary area there if you're booked in your suite and you're just going to enjoy that sanctuary area. The same with if you book a sanctuary collection of your mini suites or your sanctuary collection balcony, you are going to have to go over to the main part of the ship to go to the dining room that is associated with that. Right now, presently, that signature collection dining room and the reserve collection dining room are just down in the middle of everything, and so you'll have to go down there to eat. You won't be staying in that one area of the ship. Another thing that really stands out to me is going to be really fun to see if the cuisine changes at all in the signature and reserve collection dining rooms. So when we were just barely on in March, I had the luxury of talking to some people who ate in that main dining room, and the menu was the same. They had a couple of other entrees that were not offered in the main dining rooms, but the menus were very, very similar. And so I don't know if moving forward, if they are going to tweak those and make it an even more elevated experience when you are dining in the Sanctuary Collection. The reason that stands out to me an awful lot, and please tell me what you think, is when you go on the Sun Princess, when you really think of a really nice place to go sit down and have a special dinner, a special occasion dinner, or just a nice evening where you're going to have really nice ambiance. You're not going to have fluorescent lights. You're just going to be enjoying a really nice dining experience. What really stands out to me is the Crown Grill, because the Crown Grill is its own restaurant. It is beautifully appointed. It's very nice. Excellent service, excellent cuisine. That's what I think of. And we have the whole main dining room experience, but main dining rooms are always a little bit different to me. It's a main dining room, and I enjoy the main dining room, but to me, it's not quite as intimate as far as, you think of the Crown Grill or something. You've got the Catch by Rudy, you've got the Butcher Block by Dario, and those are very much like in a cafeteria kind of setting. It's very much, it's not, there's no ambiance, and and I think they probably did that. I'm wondering if they just want to be able to change out dining venues whenever they want, but it is very much just feels like an extension of the buffet, which it kind of is. You just walk down the hallway and you're right there. So the food is really good, but you don't have the whole ambiance, the whole experience. When you think of Spellbound, that's amazing. That's its own thing, as is the chef's table, but you're over in a corner of the main dining room dining with a bunch of other people, which is lovely to dine with other people, but I'm just talking about having a lovely sit down with the people that you're traveling with or the person that you're traveling with. Lovely dinner that way. And so I am really anxious to see if they kind of tweak that experience there in the Sanctuary Collection dining room to really become something like that for guests who are traveling and want that elevated experience. And so, yeah, there is so much ahead to see with how this goes. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please go ahead and subscribe today? We really appreciate your support, and I am a firm believer that together we'll have a lot more fun and be more well informed than we will be separately. And also, if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Thank you so very much. Now, the other thing that really stands out to me that I want you to think of, so here we are, you're like, well, should I get a Sanctuary Collection, mini suite, or should I book a suite so that we can enjoy that Sanctuary Collection? Should I pay more for that balcony to be able to get that Sanctuary Collection balcony? Here are, there's three things that really stand out to me that you've got to decide. Number one, are you driven by price at all? If price is your leading factor when you are deciding what cabin you're going to book on a cruise, this is probably not for you, simply because it does cost more to have that service, and service does cost. And so I'm not saying it's wrong that it costs more, but it does cost more. A really big standout to me is the level of service that you want to have when you're on the ship. Although it is not shabby anywhere on a Princess cruise, they do a really good job, but you are going to have that higher level of service, just attending to everything you want. You'll have that premier package, so everything is included that you are going to want while you're on your cruise as far as all of those items go. And so if you really want that elevated experience, if you want to be able to go to the sanctuary, and like I said, I'm going to be really anxious to see how that works when you've got a full ship and so many people who have access to it, but you want all of that rather than going down to the pool and trying to get some space by the pool down there when it can be really crowded. I think this is going to be worth it for you. And here's something I want you to think about. It might change based on what cruise you're going on, what the destination is, how many sea days you've got, what the goals of that cruise are, because sometimes you go on a cruise and it's all about relaxing. Sometimes you go on a cruise and you're all about the itinerary. You want to see so many places, there aren't very many sea days, and you are just really into seeing what you're going to see. And sometimes it's a mix, and that's a beautiful thing. You can mix them. So just kind of think of those things when you're deciding what you want to do. The last thing I want to make you aware of is really what you're going to get with that Premier package. And I'll tell you my favorite things about the Premier package. I've only had the Premier package once. The Premier package includes all the photos. So if you've not been on a cruise or you've not been on a Princess cruise, like when you board the ship, every time, like when you board on embarkation day, they're going to take your picture. When you get off in a port, they always take your picture with a little, something that goes along with that port. Every evening somewhere they have got photographers set up to take your picture. And so you can get a lot of pictures, and sometimes they are really good. On our last cruise we were just on the Discovery Princess, we actually bought photos, and we got some really good photos, and we're really pleased. And so make sure that you consider the photos. You get that Premier beverage package, which is all the drinks you want, up to $20 each. You can also get 2 specialty dinings. You get the unlimited fitness classes, which that is a real big perk if you really enjoy those fitness classes. You get the unlimited casual dining. You get the unlimited fancy premium ice cream desserts. And so if you really want to go all in and enjoy all the things, and that is something that you will use, then that's really nice that you can do that. So you might want to just take a look at booking the sanctuary and trying it out and seeing what you think. So let me know in the comments, are you going to try the Sanctuary collection? Does this make you excited? Are you thinking, no, it's not for me? I love to hear from all of you. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you're most excited about in the Sanctuary collection. So thank you for being here with me today. I'll see you here again tomorrow. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.